So in today's video, we will be doing a water reticulation plan. So we will be going and creating a new project, and we will be selecting the plumbing template. And if you open that up, you will be greeted with a complete plumbing project file. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing water reticulation plan for our plumbing fixtures and from the street. So I've downloaded just a normal pumping ball valve that I've placed here, and I've set it to minus 300 so that it's in the ground, and I've just added a pipe. I will show you guys how to do this in a moment, but first we are going to add our inlet intake to the property to these two connectors I have placed. So we will also be adding connectors to these fixtures and these fixtures back here. So to start off, I am going to go to pipe in my top ribbon. I'm going to check my system type, domestic cold water. My diameter is a 22 mil standard pipe. So I'm going to select my valve, just going to take it in, go in. And as you can see, my elevation is also on minus 300. So now I'm going to take it into here, and right about here, I'm going to bring it in. So from that point, I'm going to go 500. So now that brings it up vertically. And I'm going to click in the middle of my wall, and I'm going to bring this all around and align it there. So this connector is currently pointing outwards for the inlet. So I am just going to select that and flip it and do the same with this one. This is a laundry connection and my sink is over here. So this plan here is my little house where I live. So I've had a look around and to check how my water is coming into the property. So now I'm going to select this one again. As you can see, middle elevation is 500. So I'm going to press CS on my keyboard for create similar. And then I'm just going to connect that over there. I'm going to use this one, CS, for create similar, and I am going to connect that one over there. So if we go into 3D view, that is what we are sitting with at the moment. If you are drawing your connections for your kitchen, just ensure that you check your counter height or whichever, so that it's not maybe too high or too low from your sink space. So this connector over here, let's see if we have any sink fixtures. So I'm going to go component, just scroll around, check what we have in this file. Let's search sink. Okay, here we have a double sink. So I'm just going to place this on work plane, and I'm going to just place it there to indicate that there is a sink. I think if we go 3D, it's also too low, but it's fine. We can leave it like that for now. And there is just a dishwasher on this connection, so I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. So now we have to go create similar again, and I'm just gonna click this one rather than create similar, extend it out. Just gonna click on my connection here, and I'm going to delete it, and this one I'm gonna bring back in so it creates this clean connection. As you can see, I'm working on thin lines at the moment. it enables me to for a better view. So if we go medium, we'll have these lines like this, which is also acceptable for plans. So I'm just going to turn back on my fine view and my thin lines as I draw. So now I'm going to go create similar. I'm going to click here, and my ceiling height is 2.4, so I need to take it above that. So let's go 2.5, and I am going to take this in the roof, and I'm going to take it over here. So let's go to 3D to see what we've created now. So there we have the first one going in. I'm not sure exactly how this pipe sits in my house, but I know there's a garden tap over here, so I'm just going to take that down to the garden tap. So I'm going to select my pipe again, create similar. I'm going to select this and go, let's go 300, and you can just, I'm just going to go to the side like that. So there we have our little garden tap outlet. So now I'm going to go back to my floor plan, select this one again, go create similar, and I'm going to go from, let's go from here and connect it over there. And if we go back to 3D view, we'll see there is our inlet for our first bathroom. So now once again I'm going to take this one and I'm just going to extend it due to it being high all the way over here. I have to check our connection. Okay, going to delete this connection and pull this one back up. So now we have routing to almost all of our fixtures. So my geyser is sitting on top of this area next to my kitchen. So I'm going to, oh, let's draw the kitchen in above the bathroom rather. I'm going to select this pipe here, create similar, and now I'm just going to take the center and I'm going to just draw it in like that, so we remember that that is our intake for the garage, the geyser. So if we look at this, we have our intake, we have one going into the geyser, and we have one hot water coming out of the geyser. So let's check. I've gone and created a geyser family with inlet and outlet. I'm just going to load, check where that is hiding. Geyser. Just going to put this on 2500 as well. I'm just going to place this. Yes, my geyser is quite large because I used the biggest size available for geyser. Let's just hide this in 3D. I don't know why I can't select this. I'm just gonna undo, check if it's gone now. Maybe I clicked the wrong placement. Let's go systems, plumbing fixture. Okay, so we'll go have a look at that geyser so we can properly get it to work over here. So now we need cold water to all three of these fixtures. So I'm going to go to my component, As you can see, I have a pipe connector, domestic cold water. I'm just going to add this on vertical face, and I'm going to place it over there, and I'm going to give it a height of, let's say, 400. Just going to select it. Let's flip it. So now we're going to go here, create similar. I'm going to click there and change the middle elevation to 400, and I'm going to connect it to my pipe. Okay, let's see, maybe there's something not lekker there. So if you have a connector placed, you can click on this for create pipe as well. I'm just gonna, let's see if we take it there. Okay, so that's the issue. Our pipe cannot extrude that, only that little bit. So let's see what happens if we go create similar. We want it from there. Diameter should not be 35, it needs to be 22. Middle elevation 2500, and apply. Okay, so it's not picking up a. I'm just going to delete the connector there for now. Okay, so 400 is also too low for that, because this, I think, needs to drop down. I'm just going to take my section box and I'm going to put it over my bathroom. So we can see what's happening. Okay, so this one's on 0. That, let's say 400 there. Let's go 500. 500 seems about right for a tap connection. Let's go back to our floor plan. I'm gonna go create similar, change it to 500, and I'm just gonna click here and I'm gonna take it out like that. So if we go into our view, now we can see, okay, it's there, but I just want it a bit higher. So let's go over here and make it 750. Okay, that's too high. 600. Oh, that seems about right. Okay, here we need a connection. Looks like it is. Let's go back in here. Okay, so this is not center. Let's see if we move adjust it again. There we go. There we have our connection. Now we have our water to our bath. So we know this one is at 600. So I'm going to go here, select my cold water pipe, create similar. And now here I'm going to say, let's go with 800. And we're going to go from here underneath this. And I'm going to take that one through there. So if we go to 3D view, we have a lower one. So there shouldn't be a need to bring all that piping back down and waste money on that. So I'm just gonna delete that extra line, take this, delete that as well, bring it in, click on my pipe, bring it in, and there we have our inlet for our geyser. So now this, I want that just above the toilet. I'm gonna let's make that 900, like so. And I'm gonna take this one, see it disappeared. Delete type. Okay, we don't. Why are you doing this now? Okay, delete you, take it down. So but you can make that, you can't make an elbow. I pull this in. Okay, Revit, you need to snap correctly now. You are doing all the correct things, but not when I want them to happen. I'm gonna check this up again, see. Okay, we don't want this. Okay, so let's check systems, pipe fitting, and we want a T. Okay, you need to turn around. There we go. There we have our T. So now I am going to go back to plumbing. Select this one, create similar. I am just going to go around about here. Let's do a detail line. I'm going to try and just get the center to bring it in like that. I'm going to go create similar. And let's put this one on 700. And let's see how that looks. Okay, seems that there isn't anything. Okay, there it is. I'm going to create similar. Click there and go 900. Apply. And now we should have a branch down. Okay, there we go. So that pipe is sitting in our sink, which is what we want. And I'm going to just try and get these to make a bend. And now we have almost all of our cold water reticulation. So I'm just going to do the same for the toilet, create similar. I'm going to take it from here. I'm going to take a, let's go this one, create similar. And I'm going to select it over here. And I'm going to go 200 and apply. Go check here, because it seems we have a, okay, no, it's good. There we have our one going down for our toilet. I'm just going to delete that. Let's try it one more time, maybe we get lucky. Can't make an elbow, that is fine. I will add one. Rather just add one instead of fighting the whole time. And now we have it the wrong way again. There we go. So I just need to rotate you into the correct place. There we go. And I'm going to do the same for this one. Okay, we have to take that out of the wall first. Okay, so we're on 200, so I'm going to select pipe, create similar, 200. It's very important that you keep in mind on your heights that you have, otherwise your pipe should be all over the place. So now we have our cold water for the first two. So I'm just going to extend my section box again, like so. And now I'm going to quickly do those ones. So we have our line already. Go click on it, create similar, and I'm going to just go here, click. I'm going to go 750, and I'm going to bring it out. So I'm just going to take this and try and align it with that little hole. And I'm going to click this one again, create similar. I'm just going to click here again and go 200, and I'm going to bring it back out. Let's see what we have created. There's that one. There's that one. Okay, so this one's a bit too high. I'm going to make this one 700. Middle elevation should be 700. So it's nicely connected there. Let's quickly do the shower. I'm going to select this one, select, and I'm going to, my cold water's on the right hand side, so I'm going to click there, and it's roughly 800. I'm just going to check that out to there. That seems a bit too low, so let's go with 1.2. Yeah, that seems better for a shower. So if we hide this, there is a nice little isometric for our, I'm just going to hide this as well, a nice little isometric for our water reticulation. So later on we will be going to annotate, tag, we need to lock it, so I'm just going to do that now. ISO, tag, and now it's going to use attached ends, go free end, add a arrow fill, and now we can do this. And if we don't want a leader head, we can go and tag, switch off leader head, and we can do this. So I'm going to change the scale to 50, 1:50, so that our text is a bit more neatly aligned. The vertical, there we go. And there we have a water reticulation plan. Keep in mind this is a very basic plan, and I do realize that my pipe sizings might be incorrect, but this is just an explanation on how to do it. So I'm going to go back here, and now I'm going to pretend that we have a geyser over here, because I need to go and fix that family that I have made. Because for some, let's just create a new one. And go new family. Let's see, furniture, plumbing fixture. So what I did earlier, I'm just gonna make a smaller water heater this time. So I'm gonna go a reference plane. I'm just going to add this over here, add my dimensions, and add a big dimension, equalize these ones, and let me just try and find that size. So there's the supreme line, geysers. So here you get your A for your length, B for your height. So let's keep note that B and C would be the same. B and D, I think. C is your spacers for your to keep it on top of your trusses. So I'm gonna go. Let's do the 100 liter. Yeah, let's do the 100 liter. So this is 932 by 543. So this is, I'm going to add a parameter instance, and this is length, and you are 932, and I'm just going to go create another reference plane over here and do the same. I'm going to create a parameter there as well called instance, and then this is width. And now I'm going to create another reference plane over here for C, equal, and put that there. This also parameter, I'm just going to call this support spaces. Go. So support spaces is 510. Now we know where they must go. So now I'm just going to go extrusion, and I'm going to create I'm just going to draw it. Let's go with an offset of 50, like so. Because what we are drawing now would be, where's that tab? What we are drawing now is this blue bay at the bottom. So if there's a leak, it gets caught in that. So you can see number 9, drip tray prevents damage to ceiling, etc. Must cover the area of all valves. So there we go with that. I'm going to go extrusion end on, let's go with 15 moles. There we have it. So now we need to do little sides, because otherwise the water is just going to run off. Extrusion, I'm going to keep it on there, and I'm going to do an offset of -12 so that it's on the inside. So, okay, it's going to go in here, and I'm going to drag it up because we now need to lock it onto that. And extrusion starts 15, great stuff, and let's give it a 95. That seems too high. Let's go 75. Yeah, that feels better for a drip tray. And now I'm going to go into my left view. So I'm going to just go create reference plane from there, and another one there. I create the reference plane, align. I'm going to align that, unlock it, and add a dimension here, and this is going to be our width. Okay, you need to go down to 75. I think it was 75. Yeah, 75. Okay, there we have that. And now I'm just going to create another reference plane from here to there and here to there. Let's go create extrusion, I'm going to select the circle, and I'm just going to draw in a circle like so. And I'm going to go OK, go back to your floor plan, and just extend it. And now we're going to align to lock it to our reference planes. As you can see, our little geyser is coming along. It's not that fully detailed, but it is giving the impression of a drip tray and our geyser. If you want to go into hectic detail with this, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to go left, create again, extrusion, and I'm just going to go round about, let's go on this area, take it down. I'm going to draw it like so, trim and extend, and now I'm just going to connect it there, trim and extend again. Now I'm going to select everything, and now I'm going to mirror it. Yes, we know that that is a duplicate. So now we have one of our support spaces. I'm going to go to floor plan, and I know it needs to sit there. And I'm going to pull this one back, and I'm just going to make this -252. There we go. So I'm going to copy this, remove the constraints in your top left corner, and place it there. And there we have nice little spaces. So now we need to add our intake and our outlet. I'm going to go floor plan, or let's go 3D view, it's fine. Create, and we're going to do a pipe connector. We're going to select our pipe connector. We're going to make sure that it is domestic cold water. Go face and just select this face. And I'm going to change this diameter to, let's make it 28. Over there. And this, you can click it and you go in your properties panel, you'll see flow direction. We want this to be in, because it needs to go into the geyser. And I'm going to go to my floor plan, and I'm just going to go extrusion again over here. And I am going to create just a 30mm little extrusion. I'm going to pull this up to there and then to there. Because due to this surface being curved, I can't place a pipe connector on it. So I'm just doing this. And I'm joining those so it looks like that. Let's delete this one and let's move it down. It always gets placed in the center. I do not know if I am maybe doing something incorrectly, but I want the intake to be here. Also gonna go with 30mm. Okay, where are you now? In the middle. I'm gonna go floor plan. I should see it here. And I'm going to draw it out. Just gonna pop it out like that, just so that there is something for me to stick our connector on. Okay, so now that we have both of these, we can go create, once again, pipe connector. I'm going to use cold water, place on face for this one. And let's go and change that to our diameter, 30mm. There we go. Let's go create, pipe connector, place on face. Let's ensure we use hot water. Select the top face, compress escape, select your connection and go 30mm. And now there we go. We need to change the in to in. think it will problem solve it now. Okay, that's in, and this one is out. So I'm just going to load this in to check that it does actually work. Okay, we need to put this at 2500. I'm just going to place it there. Okay, I can't see it, so let's go view range, top, unlimited, apply, and okay. Guys, it seems that I need to go here. Let's check our underlay, level 1, look up, look down. Hello, geyser. Okay, there we go. Shut up. I'm gonna flip it with my spacebar, and now it's gonna get that over there. Let's go to 3D view. I'm going to hide this. So there we almost have our. Okay, so this is on to 5, and we need that to be aligned. So I'm just gonna, for interest, for the sake of the video, move this a bit down because we want, or we can just check what we just gonna. Okay, let's draw that out. Draw this there, and there we go. Revit automatically connected our intake for us. Shanana, fantastic. So let's go here to our hot water. I'm just going to take it. You can see the middle elevation is 3.4 meters. I want to make this 3.7 just so that it pops up like so. And now I'm going to go create similar from this. Let's go 3.7, and I'm going to just take it little bit like so, and I'm going to take it down to 2500 and hit apply, so that those are now on the correct level as our other pipes. We go plumbing. Okay, so that is a bit wrong. I'm going to need to fix that. Align it on 90 degrees. Okay, let's go level 1, level 0. Sure, there is our geyser. So I'm going to go LW for line work. I am just going to select these lines so that I can press escape, and now we can see our geyser, and I'm just going to add some text that says geyser. Let's just change the scale to 1:50 so that we can fit our text. There we go. Now we just need to connect our hot water to those, the shower, basin, bath, basin, and our kitchen sink. Then our water reticulation plan is completed. Okay, so let's extend our hot water to our fixtures. So let's go to our floor plan, and I'm going to select this one. We'll see the height is on 3.7 at the moment. So I want to extend this to this wall. And let's take this one and go create similar, CS on your keyboard. And I'm going to go 3.7. We need to take that down. I'm going to click over here to 2.5. and I'm going to take it alongside of this, and I'm going to split it here. And now we want it the same height as this one. Let's go back to our 3D view, see what we've done. I'm just going to select that because for some reason my panning decides not to pan correctly. So I'm just going to go check this height, and let's make this an equal 650 to move it up. And I'm going to go plumbing, select this one, CS for create similar. I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to go 650 and go apply. Okay, so it's supposed to be 650, and let's just check our pipe size. Okay, it's on 35, so I will need to select all of them and change this to 22 mils, so it's nice and thin. Let's check our, okay, that looks nice, that looks fine, that looks fine. And I'm gonna go back in here, 3D view, those two look nice. So let's go back to our systems panel. I'm gonna go click on plumb pipe fitting. I want the elbow, so add it there, click on my elbow, and I'm going to just turn it so that it is on the same level. So I'm just going to try and move this a bit up, but shouldn't be that much of an issue. Let's take this one and try and extend it. So that these two sit together, or let's center it on our bathtub. So a detail line in from that center line, and now I'm just gonna go MV for move. I'm gonna put this one over there. Okay, so I need to move it with my arrow keys, and let's move that one to there, and I'm select this one, and I'm going to move this one over here, and we know that is 650, so I'm going to go create similar. Okay, it's on the pipe, so I'm going to go here, create similar, change it to 650. Just from here, I'm going to just align it over there. Okay, so apparently it doesn't want to align properly. Okay, so we need to move this one back into place. Okay, there we go. So that looks a lot cleaner at the moment. So if we go to ISO view, there we see our water reticulation for our hot water as well. So I'm going to go back to my plumbing view, and I'm going to take this one along this wall to here. So if we go, I'm just going to unhide this so we can see, and let's make this wireframe. Okay, no, wireframe is too much. Okay, that one's over there. We can't cross the pipe, so we'll have to take it around. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go and take it all the way here, Let's go and fix that pipe fitting. So I'm just going to hide this again. Hide. And let's just change our pipe fitting. Okay, so let's finish this one. I'm going to go plumbing. There we have it. And then create similar. We have our correct height. And I'm just going to take it from here and take it here. And I'm going to just put it here. As you can see, we now need to move this one because we can't cross our pipes. I'm just going to place that one there. And let's see if we can, okay, that one's aligned. Move it here. So let's see the height of our cold water so we know that these are also aligned. So this one is on 700. I'm going to go here, click on my pipe again, create similar. Let's click over here and go 700. And I'm just going to extend it to there. There we have our, I want you to be the same as the other one. Top view. I'm gonna go detail. Okay, can't do detail in 3D. Forgot about that. I'm gonna pull that back so that aligns neatly as well. There, let's go to ISO view to see what we have. And there we have this. So now we can go and add text here. So WHB for wash hand basin. Just gonna add here VC. That is bath. And this is just a normal garden tap. So I'm just gonna call this GT. Here we can go sink, and we'll get to those in a moment. I'm going to go back to my floor plan. Just for the sake of this drawing, I am going to extend this one all the way through to here. So it kind of looked like there was an issue with the fittings for a moment. So now I just need to fix this fitting, pull it in. There we got a nice fitting. So now I want to see this side, and it's on 500. Let's go to our plan, go this side. I'm just going to drag this in again, go create similar, bring it in, align it there. And now we want 500. So I'm just going to take that also just a bit like that. I'm going to delete this connector and I'm going to align those two. So there we have our hot and cold for our sink. We have it for our first bathroom. And now I'm going to take it from here, or we can go over there. Oh no, let's use this one and go over there. I'm going to go create similar and I'm going to pull it through to here. So if we go to 3D view, just to ensure there is no pipes crossing one another, we can see that that one looks fine. But now we just need to adjust our fitting this side. I'm going to click it, delete it, and move this one into place. And there we have our fitting. So now we just need to focus on these last two ones. I'm going to go to my floor plan, This one is on 700. So I'm going to select this, create similar, click, and then we change our middle elevation to 700. And I'm just going to move it so it aligns. And there we have our second one. Let's do our shower. This one is on 1.2. I'm going to select this, create similar. Just going to select it there, 1.2 meters, and I'm going to align it. So now we have our intake from our municipal line going in. It goes in over here, feeds into our geyser. Our geyser lets it out to all of our fixtures. Let's go to ISO view, and I'm just going to add some more. So this is a wash and basin. This is VC connection, and this is a shower, just so that everything is labeled. Sure, and let's take our section box and move it back. I'm just gonna hide it, select my levels, hide them, and I'm just gonna say, yeah, dishwasher. I'm just gonna go water meter and stop valve, and here to municipal connection. And let's just line that. See if we can make this a 28 mil, so it's a bit thicker as it comes in. And now I'm just going to create similar on my tag. Select the model. Let's go with model. Okay, no, that stays the same. Create similar. I'm just going to take that pipe, that pipe, that pipe, that pipe. Let's go with that one as well. Don't have to really tag all of them. And I'm going to go with a leader line because we want this one tag over there, and we want this one to tag over there. I want that one to be tagged, that one, I want that tag, and I want that tag. And let's just tag that one. And let's just tag this one. Go either slash water heater. Edit this tag so it's a bit bigger. Change the text to the one I like to use is bunch script, if I'm even pronouncing that correctly. And I'm going to delete these lines. I'm just going to load it into the project. And now I'm going to make it free end and just add another arrowhead as well so that it matches the rest of our. So I'm just going to go new sheet. I'm just going to use the standard Revit one. I'm going to put the isometric drawing on here. There we can see what our reticulation looks like. And let's check what our plumbing layout looks like. And there we can see that. So I'm just going to add a crop view visible, and I'm going to just show this part of the house that has the water reticulation, because there's no need to show the entire house if there's not water reticulation. It kind of just takes up unnecessary space. So there we have our water reticulation, plumbing. So what you can do is you can add this to your title block, make it look nice, and then just with your published council pack sheet or construction documents, you can add this PDF into that drawing set once everything is published via Adobe PDF editor or I Love PDF, or whichever one you prefer. So now we just need to match some text. Save it. Gonna go click on that. Let's just change our font. Okay, we want the fold 30-degree, and this is our water meter slash stop valve. And here we can now just go dishwasher, sink, GT for our garden tap, bath, VC, just so that everything matches what you have on your isometric drawing, so that it just makes sense to the plumber that needs to install this shower, VC, wash and basin. And let's go and just align those ones. There we go. And there we have it. Now you have successfully completed a water reticulation plan. You've annotated your pipes and you have got a nice isometric view and you have your plan. For the next video, I'm going to do the drainage on this exact same project. So we are going to duplicate the ISO view so that we can see the drainage going out from our dishwasher, our sink, and then from all these going into our main line running on this side of the house. So that's what we will be doing in our next video. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out to know what I need to do next for a video. Should anyone want to comment and know how to do it the South African way. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.